Hello there, it's Terry here from Cloudy Coral Designs. I am so excited to be back to celebrate Maker Forte Inktoberfest. For today's video, I will talk about using Kaleidoscope Powder with paste. Kaleidoscope Powder is a high-quality, fine powder that contains amazing color properties. There are so many awesome ways to use it, and today I'll be showing you how to use it with paste, particularly Ranger's Texture Paste. Let's get started. Ranger's Texture Paste is used for adding dimensional layers onto all types of surfaces. Today, I will share the ways I use it on my card making projects. When working with texture paste, I like using my palette knife. This tool helps mix the medium together as well as help with spreading the paste onto my cardstock. When I'm working with texture paste, I like to tape down my cardstock onto my surface. Keep in mind that texture paste dries up really fast, so it's important to work on a slick surface such as this, a Tim Holtz glass media mat. For the first example, I am using black cardstock. I use my palette knife and scoop up some of the texture paste onto my craft surface. I then mixed in Kaleidoscope Powder in the color Black Hole, making sure to thoroughly mix the two together. You can use the mixed paste directly onto the cardstock, but for this example, I am using a stencil to help define the textural shape. And the stencil that I'm using here is from Maker Forte Inktoberfest bundle. Now using the palette knife, evenly spread out the paste throughout the stencil. You can definitely leave it rough, but I like to smooth it out. Going in one direction usually helps smooth it out by filling in areas that's missing the paste. When it's time to peel off the stencil, make sure to take your time. Slowly peeling the stencil off prevents any unwanted movement from the paste. At this point, make sure to clean off your stencil, palette knife, and any surface that has texture paste on it. One cool thing about Kaleidoscope Powder on textural paste is that it can create two different effects by the way that you choose to dry it. If you want a smooth surface, you can let it air dry. But if you want a textured surface, you can apply heat directly onto the wet surface. The heat will create bubbling effect. Look how neat this looks. It's so puffy and cool. And here you can see the difference between the two. One was heat dried and the other one was air dried. Another way to use Kaleidoscope Powder with texture paste is to apply it directly on top of the paste. You can either apply it on wet or dry, depending on the look that you're going for. For example, here's a card front with dry texture paste mixed with Kaleidoscope in the color Black Hole. I am using a soft bristle brush to apply Kaleidoscope Powder in the color Interference Alien on top of the paste. You don't need to apply a lot here, a little bit will go a long way. Once you're finished, I like to shake off the excess over a trash bin and then spray a fixative to set the powder. Look how much sparkle this added onto the card front. It's amazing. And here is an example of Kaleidoscope Powder on wet texture paste. What I like to do is sprinkle on the Kaleidoscope Powder on top and then use my fingers to lightly tap the bottom of the cardstock. This will produce a little bit of vibration. The vibration will help the Kaleidoscope Powder move around and blend together. Make sure to tap over a trash bin as this part can get a bit messy. Look at how nice the colors mix together. You can let this air dry for a smooth finish, but the fun part is adding the extra dimension. I like the added bubbling effect, so I will use my heat gun to apply heat onto the card front. I just love how nice and dimensional this becomes. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so for this last example here, I already have a white cardstock and I already applied texture paste onto the cardstock. It has already dried and now I'm going in with Distress Oxide Ink to add on some color. And once this is done, I did mix a little bit of the Kaleidoscope Powder with water, and what I'm going to do is use a soft brush and paint that over the color areas. What I like about this is that it just applies a little bit of shimmer onto the card front. Okay, so here's everything that I shared with you guys today. I hope you guys discovered something new. And this card here is an example of what I created using the technique that I shared with you today. If you're interested in how I created this card, please check out my YouTube channel and my Instagram account at Cloudy Coral Designs. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.